Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, it does not work without you guys. We're only a couple hours away from the kickoff of the Super Bowl. We're going to start our live coverage, I think, somewhere between 5 and 5:30 whenever John gets here. I've been working and stuff without a stove, so I'm working on trying to get some food for the game day. So we're going to do a real big Italian sub and a big roast beef sub. Hopefully, we won't throw it up, as Jason Garrett famously said. That and, of course, some Joe Boo wings, because, well, I can go outside and always cook some Joe Boo wings. I wanted to show you guys, I've been constantly tweaking and working on my studio, my set. I believe that you've got to constantly hone your craft, whatever it is. You've got to learn how to get it better and better, and I want to show you what I did. What I have is, you guys are familiar with me always being at my regular set. This is the brain. You see it? It's an alien. That one computer right there, I think it's the R11 or something like that, actually controls all of the screens that you see over here that I normally have. And I actually have a mixer over there, and then there's another screen over there. Well, I've basically made a hub number two. So these three screens mirror those over there. I've got another mic mixer here. This is for my headphones, so that way we can hear what's going on. We can adjust it here without having to get up over there. And a keyboard and a mouse that all corresponds to it. So it makes it really easy to do this. And now that we're doing Ustream, now, we've got actually, I can see the chat here for you now. I can see the controls for all the cameras, and I can also see my chats here on YouTube. Oh, that's my, right there, okay. And I've got another computer here to see whatever.
Shout out to Dak fan.
Oh, Dak fan. Oh, shout out to Dak
Bringing it
fan.
early.
You already bringing the heat early. So let me go ahead and put that. Oh, and I've got the best fans in the world because, like, I'm not sure. Well, that box has the address on it where we're going to send a rack for it. But a great fan sent us this drawing thing. So anybody that does a super chat today or becomes a channel member, they're going to put in there, and we're going to do some drawings for some racks and some other merchandise and stuff. And as my wife says, you got too much stuff in here. Maybe I need to start giving some of it away. So I just want to give you guys a taste of what I've been building and what I actually go through. So when I'm having a conversation with you guys, I'm actually running all of this stuff as well as, having to bitch slap DMV talking about get a tight end when our defense stinks. And what I've done, another thing, don't want to show the belly there because the belly is really big. Starting tomorrow, we go back to keto. Let me put you guys over there. And we're not using that mic right now. We're just going to use the cell phone. I don't have good looks. I don't have the pretty face and all that where I'm eye candy, where people tune in just because, you look good and we want to see you. I don't have anything spectacular. I don't have any beautiful women behind me. So I've got to bring you guys news, hopefully different than what everybody else has. And I do a lot of research. And I started thinking this morning, I came up with a stat. Looking back at Super Bowls, because this sucks that the Dallas Cowboys, we're not in the Super Bowl. We're not in the Super Bowl. And haven't been for 25 years. People look and say, we need to get rid of Dak because he's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And my thing is if we don't do something about the defense, we're not going to get there. So I went through. So here, I've started because what you have to do when you have a problem, first you have to understand there's a problem, okay? Then you have to start looking for solutions to it. So the Dallas Cowboys, their problem is we haven't been to Super Bowl in 25 years. The best thing you can do, and one of the reasons why I've just showed you my studio here where I'm trying to get better and better with it, I'm trying to make it so it's better interactive-wise for you, the fans, be able to bring you, different views and different angles and things to keep you guys fed and excited to try and stay ahead of the competition. I'm not winning Super Bowls, but you understand where I'm going with this. So what you do is, first thing, look what's been successful. Sometimes reinventing the wheel works. Sometimes you just come up with stuff that just doesn't. And the Cowboys, for some reason, keep doing things, trying to reinvent the wheel, and ignoring things that have been working for other teams. So going through, the last 20 years, I'm going to call this the PRTA stat. And I forgot what that was for. Oh, power rankings and takeaways. 3 stats. You need to score points. You need to keep other teams from scoring points. And you need to take the ball away. So what I did was I went through with every Super Bowl championship team, and I looked at where they were ranked as far as points, scoring, points defense, and taking away the football. And so you get those rankings. So we got that. So, for example, Kansas City last year was the 5th highest scoring offense. They were 7th at points, defensive points, and 10th at takeaways. So if you add all those numbers together, you get 22, okay? If you divide it by 3, this is our final number because there's 3 stats. They come out with 7.3. Okay, you're like, okay, so who gives a rat's ass? What does that mean? What does that mean, okay? 7.3. Well, I did that with each of the teams every single year. And what you can basically say is that 7.3 is the average of their offensive points, their defensive points, and the takeaways ranking. So Kansas City ranked 7th overall between all of those 3. Ranked 7.3 as the average. I don't think anybody averaged as a 1 because you would literally have to be 1s across the boards. Nobody did that. But the higher that number, the better the chance you have of getting to the Super Bowl. And here's what I found out is 14 of the last 20 Super Bowl teams have had a 10 or less. 10 or less. Pretty good. I'm going through the worst one on here was the 2012 Baltimore Ravens. They were ranked 25th in points, 12th in defense. I was surprised only 12th, and 19th at taking the football away. And they were 18.6. Now, I don't know what happened there. But for whatever reason, that Baltimore Ravens team won it. Besides them, nobody else was higher. Well, the New York Giants were 14, 17, and 22. They were 17.6. And the Colts were 15.3. But if you'll remember, the Colts defense, which was ranked 23rd on the season, really came alive in the playoffs. For whatever reason, they played like the Baltimore Ravens defense. But this is just looking at the regular season. But when you look at, for example, say the Seattle Seahawks, when they won the Super Bowl, they were ranked 10th in offense, 1st in defense, point scoring, and 1st in takeaways with a 4. A freaking 4. That's insane. You look at the Eagles. The Eagles, I think, actually were one of the highest ones. They were 3rd in points, 4th on total on scoring defense, and 4th at taking the football away. And the very best was New England in 2004. 4th in points, 2nd in defensive points, and 3rd in takeaways. A 3. That's just like unheard of. And so you're still saying to yourself, okay, big crap. What does that mean? What it means is you got to be good at scoring points. You got to be good at stopping the other team. And you got to be good at taking the football away. Only four teams in this whole list weren't in the top 10 in at least 2 of these categories. Wait a minute. Think about that. You got to either be in the top 10 of takeaways and offense. You can do that. Or takeaways and total defense. Okay? Or offense and defense. You got to have pretty much 2 of these categories. You need to be a top 10. It's not just enough to score a lot of points if you don't have a defense. And how does this relate to the Dallas Cowboys? Actually, I didn't do the Dallas Cowboys number, but let's do this real quick here while we're here. And you can go to Pro Football Reference. and look up the year that you want. Just like, say, Dallas Cowboys stats 2020, and you'll come up with all these different ones. But I go to Pro Football Reference. So let's look at the Cowboys here. 6-10. Okay. And you can go down into the team stats and rankings. So in offense for the Cowboys, scoring points, 17. Scoring defense, 28. And surprisingly, we were 7th in taking the football away. And you'll notice how our team started playing a lot better once we ended up taking the ball away. So that's a 52 raw. So 52 divided by 3. I should have already done this, sorry. So that gives us an 18.5. Actually, it's better than I thought. Is that right? Yeah, I guess it is. 3? Yeah, 18.5. But that's not great. There's only been 2 teams that have scores that are that bad that have won the Super Bowl. But none of those teams, I mean, your odds aren't real good, but none of those teams didn't have at least one category inside the top 10. We had none of them. So, back to our original thing here. If you've got a defense that can keep the other team from scoring, if you got an offense that can score, if you got a defense that can take away the football, your chances and odds of making it to the Super Bowl are a lot better. The thing that you don't see on here is, and I'm going to say the worst defense that we have that went in here in any year was a 22nd ranked New England's defense in 2014. But I'm sorry, that wasn't defense. No. The Colts was a 23rd ranked defense. That's the worst ranked defense that went to the Super Bowl. But they were second in the offense. So this is where the theory holds. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. Nobody else is even that bad. The only other one was the New York Giants that were 17th, but they were 9th in offense. So it still kind of works out. And that's not to say that there's not exceptions to every rule. There are. But when you look at this, and you look at 7-3, 5-3, 3-6, 7, 11, 11-6, 4, 7-6, 7.6, 10, 17.6, 15-3, 7-6, 3, 5, 7.3, 6.6, 12.12. We ain't anywhere close to that. So we got to do better. And PRTA. All right. With that being said, we'll be on here in about an hour. And I'll see you then. Peace.